Welcome back to Amusement Kanto Crew, and yes, I'm wearing the same things you saw in the last video because this is part 2 and we filmed it in the same day. So we opened our starter deck, Steel Sun, with Nate here, and now we've got it all deconstructed out here for you guys, and we're going to kind of go over what to kind of look for when you get your starter deck, and just with what 4 boosters you can do to really improve your deck, and why it's kind of worth the extra investment, just to give it its own spice so that it's not just so simple. So one thing that's pretty messed up, I guess, with the starter decks is when you get more competitive in, you're going to learn that your item cards and stadiums and supporters are kind of more important. They're kind of the engine that gets the deck rolling and helps you go get the Pokemon you need and get up and going and powered up. Where starters have way too many Pokemon, in my opinion, coming out. I mean, if you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 Pokemon out of 60. It's over a third of the deck, which is not needed. You kind of want to set up just some basic attackers, which obviously with this deck, Strategey is going to be our main attacker. We're going to build our deck around him. Now normally I don't think having 3 Cosmogs when you only have the rest of it would be good, but because this deck is so based on initially getting him up, you don't want to have the chance of your Cosmogs being buried and not being able to find them. Plus with these nest balls here, he'll be able to go get them if they're there, and then the timer balls will help him get them up. So we're going to not touch these. These guys are going to stay. What you can't really see up here is in the top right, I have all those other cards they pulled from the booster packs sorted by type. There's some types we know right away we're not going to need, right? We're not going to be adding this second Jangmo-o, or Jangmo-o in general. Doesn't need it. Looking at the energies, he did pull a Holo Absol, which could be very helpful because it's a very powerful card, but it doesn't make sense to put this in there. One of the biggest mistakes people make off the bat is they just put in the powerful GXs or Holos or whatever their nice cards are, just because they got them, and they don't fit well with the deck. You gotta have a strategy. This is Steel and Psychic. There's no reason to add a Dark Pokemon when you only have 1 Dark Energy at the time. It just doesn't make sense. So unfortunately with that, Absol, Sableye, and Murkrow are going to be joining the bench team. Same with our grass types. We have no grass energy. So Victory Bell, Petlil, and Wimpod. Bench team. Alolan Graveler. We have no electric. Benched. Now, we do have some Psychics, so they're still in, and we have some Normals, and Normals always play. Now we also have some Fighting types. Obviously we have only 2 Fighting Energies, and no real evolutions off of these, so they just be taking up space. So for now they're benched. They could become in handy later. That's the benefit of building your deck. Next deck you can pull a bunch of Fighting types. They'll make this Steel and Fighting. Fire, out. We got, now this is where it's kind of difficult, and if we had the water energies, he pulled a lot of water Pokemon, including a Wailord and a Wailmer, which is a great card to put in here. It doesn't fit with this deck right now, so it's something he'd want to keep his eye on in the future, for if he gets a couple other powerful water cards. But for the time being, they're joining the rest of them on the bench. So we have, to be added, we have a Blissey, a Chansey. So right there you have an evolutionary line. You have 2 Talos. I believe you pulled a Swellow, and he did not. So Tailo is going to get...
Oh, no, we have a Swellow right here.
Oh, we do. Perfect. We already have them. So it might be worth adding one. We'll see. So they're still in play. Now these 2, Chansey and Blissey, are in play. A Beware is always nice to add. So Beware is in play. Now 2 Fletchlings are great. It's an adorable Pokemon. But without Fletchlander and Talonflame, it doesn't make sense. So they'll be joining the bench. Now we have some items. Choice Band. For someone that doesn't have GXs and will be probably playing people with GXs, his Choice Band is a must and maybe the best pull he got out of the booster box to be able to compete right away. So that will definitely be going in the deck. Now he has an Altar of the Moon. He already has 2, so it might be something, if we can get rid of some cards, it might be worth playing. Enhanced Hammer can really slow down an opponent. That is a good item card. Aqua Patch. No water Pokemon, but like we said, something to keep an eye on with Wailord coming in. Soon, maybe. Same with Booklet Hill, water and fighting. We don't have any water fighting. And then the Max Potion can always be helpful in the right situation, worth keeping an eye on. So right now, out of everything he pulled, we have 2 Talos, a Chansey, a Blissey, a Beware, an Enhanced Hammer, an Altar of the Moon, a Choice Band, and a Max Potion in play. So that's how that was. I didn't put that on here from sorting. Okay. So that's what's that?
2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
9 out of 4 packs. 9 cards that we can probably put in this deck right away, and we'll just change how it runs as a whole. So, for instance, he has a big stuffed donut here. Heal 20 damage and remove all special conditions from your active Pokemon. That is a great card. However, Max Potion heal all damage from one of your Pokemon if you do discard all energy from that Pokemon. This is a toss-up because this can heal every bit of damage you have in special condition, where this will just heal 20. It depends. With a deck like this, energy isn't going to be too high to get back on. It's going to be a lot of 1 energy attackers. So this is something we're going to keep an eye on and see how the rest of the deck builds, but we'll probably replace this with a Max Potion because it just helps out the deck more. Now, we have an Altar of the Moon. He has 2. So unfortunately, I don't think we need a 3rd one. Oh, these are Altar of the Sun. So we definitely doesn't need Altar of the Moon. I lied. There's 8 cards that are playable. Choice Band is definitely going to have to go in. Now we're looking. Your Timer Balls and your Nest Balls are untouchable. So those definitely need to stay. Kukui is going to be really helpful for you because it gets that extra 20 damage without a GX heavy attacker. 20 extra damage can be clutch.
Why don't we take one of these guys?
That's what I was just going to suggest. I don't think you need 3 house when a Choice Band benefits you a ton in the early stages. For those who don't know, the Choice Band, this attack of the attack of this Pokemon, so you attach it as an item, does 30 more damage to an opponent's GX or EX card. So if he can attach it to his Solgaleo, he's now doing 200 damage. That's going to one-hit a lot of EXs and GXs. That's why it's such a game changer in this deck. Now he has something that's not an EX or GX. He doesn't have to give up 2 prize cards, but can easily take them out. That's why this is so popular. And a must if you get them in the early stages, even in the later stages, put it in your deck. Now we have a Beware. Now there's no reason for Cast Form to be here. No evolution, we only have 1. This is by far the easiest Pokemon to get rid of. And I just realized we have a Tailo over here. I didn't even compare them up. How lonely. So, we just got rid of Cast Form. Now we have the option between the Beware, the Chansey, and the Blissey. Now, for how awesome Chansey and Blissey are, they require 4 energy for any decent kind of attack. So, unless there was just something that didn't fit in here that we could get 2, it's not worth putting them in, unfortunately. They're great stallers with the 160 HP if you're playing not EXs. But for right now, they just don't fit. But we definitely are going to add the Beware. Even though we only have 2 Stuffles, Beware is going to be kind of his main attack, or second best attacker. So we want to make sure that we have enough to get them out there. And Stuffles will be easy to get with the Nest Ball. In theory, obviously, it always depends. Now you could add some more Talos, but it doesn't make sense with the only Swellow. So Talos are going to bench. Now we're looking at really setting this deck up to be able to compete with EXs and GXs. Now, because of that, I'm going to suggest we get rid of the big jelly donut and add the Max Potion. Now, Rescue Stretcher is going to be crucial because he can get this entire evolutionary line back. Because he can put all 3 back into his deck or 1 into his discard if he, for whatever reason, just lost 1 in an attack. Now, so this is untouchable. Altar of the Sun is extremely helpful, but he's not going to be facing a lot of people that are that have the weakness to steel. He's not going to be fighting a lot of fire types. So, if I had to pick here, I'm going to say we only need 1 Altar of the Sun. And we're going to add the Enhanced Hammer because it's going to slow down the EX and GXs from being able to build up and really throw off the rhythm of someone's deck. So that's that. We got a deck here that's pretty well built out of the box, and then we fixed it with a couple spruces just off of 4 booster packs, made 4 changes, so about 1 change per booster pack. And that's actually kind of low. Usually you'd probably get a GX card in that. Like I said, don't play it right away just because you got it if it doesn't make sense. See if you can trade someone. For him, the Metagross made sense, or Solgaleo GX. So if you get one, remember it's always tradable to make it fit your deck. there's a lot of people with a lot of EXs and GXs that will be willing to trade you. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, Cancer Crew. Nate and I are going to go battle out on the sunny day that we have here today and enjoy a new player in the Pokemon universe. Got anything to say? You were kind of quiet this video.
No, just learning.
Anyway, hope you guys learned something out. If you liked